If you leave this site and come back later, it's likely you'll have to pay at least double the low price I'm offering you today. And with my generous 60-day guarantee, there's literally no way you can lose. Listen, when it comes right down to it, this isn't about saving a couple of bucks or getting back at the power company who's been ripping you off for years, although it's pretty cool to do that. It's about taking care of your family. For me, there's no better feeling in the world than knowing that no matter what happens, no matter what kind of storm hits or what kind of disaster takes out my power grid, my little girl is going to be safe and warm and protected. That's why I'm so passionate about getting this simple system into your hands today, so that you can finally know what it feels like to be in control, to always come home to a bright, cheery, and warm house, and to keep the lights on, no matter how dark it might get. I can tell you from experience, it's a pretty great feeling. But the only way I can help you is if you take action right now and click the big Add to Cart button you see below. I can't wait to hear from you. After you get the Power for Home system, dig into it and find out for yourself how simple and easy it is to stop your energy addiction. Stop relying on the government and the big power companies to keep you and your family safe, and really feel that feeling of pride you'll get from creating your own power. Just click the Add to Cart button right now to join the tens of thousands of people who rave about Power for Home. Still here? Well, let me just answer some common questions I get about the Power for Home system. John Garnett from Flagstaff, Arizona asks, John, I really appreciate what you're doing to help families save money and become energy independent. I really want to do this for my family, but I'm not technically or mechanically inclined. Can I use the Power for Home system, or am I going to end up over my head? Hey, John. Great name, by the way. I totally understand your concern. Most folks think that dealing with electricity has to involve Tesla coils and giant power tools. I got to say that actually one of my main goals with the Power for Home system has been to make this stuff accessible and affordable for regular people. And that includes, most importantly, ease of use. I said to myself, if I don't succeed in that, then I haven't succeeded. But honestly, I've had everyone, from general contractors to a single mom school teacher from Seattle, use the Power for Home system really effectively. Basically, the main tools you're going to need for this are really simple. if you can come up with a handsaw, a small drill, and some screwdrivers. All you have to do is watch the videos, follow the instructions, and you're done. All right? Matt Sorensen from Enumclaw, Washington. I think that's how you say it. Citizens of Enumclaw, don't shoot me if I said it wrong, okay? Anyway, he asks this. He says, "Hey, John, thanks for doing this. I've been watching my power bill climb like crazy the last few years and was starting to feel totally hopeless. Here's my question. How long will it take for me to get your system? I really want to get started right away." Well, hey, Matt, all I can say to you is this. We ship out the Power for Home system within 48 hours of your order to get it to you as fast as possible. That's my promise. We know it doesn't do you any good sitting on our shelf. You bought it, you paid for it, we send it as fast as we can. Okay? And, now, here, if there's anybody else out there who still wonders if they can actually do this, here's an email I received from Tony. He writes, "I'm not exactly the handiest of guys. However, I found the instructions in this book to be so easy to follow that I invited my 12-year-old son into the act when it came to building the windmill, and the next thing I knew, he was practically taking over." I love that. Now, here's a really good one. Linda Gladwell from Auburn, Maine asks, "John, money is really tight for me and my family. I looked at commercial solar panels online, and they're way too expensive for me." She says, "I want to try your system, but I'm a little nervous. How can I be sure I can trust your guarantee?" Oh, boy. Linda, I totally understand where you're coming from. You and I don't know each other yet, and it can be nerve-wracking to buy anything online. That's why I only sell this through a company called ClickBank. They are the ones who actually handle the transaction, and they have foolproof buyer protection built in. And the way it's set up is that if you aren't happy for whatever reason, you simply let them know, and you get a refund. I don't even control that, so you can rest assured that you'll be taken care of. But look, I want to say this regardless. I'm a family man. It's nice to make a living doing this, but I am in this to help out families like yourselves, and if I can't be of help, then I don't deserve or want your money. That may be an old-fashioned attitude, but that's the way I like to live my life. Treat others as I would want to be treated. Paul Smith from Billings, Montana asks, "Hi, John. It gets pretty dark here in the winters, and the winters are long and cold. Am I even going to be able to get enough sunlight to use the Power for Home system?" Answer, yup, and here's why. Solar panels work strictly on light, not heat. It doesn't matter if it's cold. In fact, the electronics in solar panels work even more effectively in colder temperatures, which is kind of handy because that's often when you need them the most. This means that a bright winter day can produce just as much electricity as one at the height of summer. Now, what I would add to that is not to say that winter doesn't pose some potential problems, such as panels being covered by snow. Now, usually the heat generated by the panels themselves melts the snow. But if you get a heavy snowfall, I'll show you a quick and easy way to clear your panels, so it's not a problem. And let's see, one more. Jonathan Thomas from Atlanta asks, "I live in a pretty big city and don't have a very big yard. Am I going to have enough space for the Power for Home system?" Right. I know a lot of people who live in big cities. And when I first started developing the Power for Home system, this was a big problem. But over the years, I have discovered some ingenious ways around it that will let you produce as much electricity as you need, even in the tightest spots imaginable. So I got you covered there, Jonathan. Because, you see, with solar panels, for example, you've got plenty of options, even in a small yard. You can install them on a pole or a fence, the roof, even windowsills and balconies. It's really simple. And as for wind generators, I'll show you how to make micro turbines, okay, that are both small, safe, and very effective at generating power at the lower wind speeds that are common in city areas. All right? Thank you, Jonathan. And that's all the questions I've got right now. All you have to do to get started is click the big Add to Cart button below. You'll be brought directly to the checkout page, and you'll be able to grab the complete Power for Home system and have it rushed to your home. Remember, I have designed this system to be easy to use by regular people and to cost you as little as possible to set up in your home. My goal here is to save you money, to give you all the power you need, and to get you off the grid, just like I did for my family, my friends, and tens of thousands of people all over this great country already. I've opened the door for you. All you have to do is walk through it. Again, my name is John Russell, and whether you take me up on this generous offer or not, I want to thank you for your time.